one, I just filmed a video for these two apples, which was incorporating watercolor with the oil pastels. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can go have a look. But now I want to show you how to create easy texture in watercolor with a little one of those natural sponges. So I got just a single one like that, but you can get a whole pack. They're quite affordable. This was, I think, like, I don't know, 40p or something like that. You can get a whole bag of them with different sizes, bigger ones if you're working on larger scale, etc. So again, everything will be linked down below. So let's start by finding my watercolor palette, and let's see, let me try and stick some of these. Started coming off. This one's sticking back in, yeah. Okay. So let's see. So let's just have a little bit of fun and imagine we are painting like a landscape. Okay. So I'm just going to go in some of these colors. So nothing too precise, just a little bit of a wash. Okay, so while it is still wet, you can go in dry and pick up some of this watercolor, and then also transfer it onto the areas around it. You can go straight in with a little bit of a brush like that, just on top of some of these, and look at this beauty. So you can create kind of like a mousse texture almost. And this is like the easiest way to be working on watercolor textures, but you can of course also use other tools, but I just thought I'll show you. So if we're darkening something up and then again going on top of it to pick up some of it and then adding it into some of these areas. Mixing with lighter colors, like now I would go into a yellow color, and for instance I would dab on some of this yellow here, and then again take some of it up and add on a layer. So these could be interpreted as little bushes or little trees, so you can help yourself creating nature scenes very, very quickly. And I think I quite like it actually at that. I might add a little bit more of the yellow just in some of these areas, just to lighten it up a little. There we go, look at that. It's quite pretty. Of course you can use your brush on top as well, just to break it up again. Some texture like that. and it could look like a field of some yellow flowers and things. So, you know, I wanted to show you something really quickly, but if you spend more time, also let it dry and then go over it and glaze a little bit, you can create landscape or kind of nature scene just with a brush and a sponge. You know, if you wanted then to add more detail, you could of course go ahead, use a pencil or ink pens or anything you desire to add a little bit more shapes and sort of differentiation between these little blobs of beauty. But as it is, it's actually really pretty. And the other thing you could do is like a little field of flowers. So if you don't use this much of watercolor and just your sponge, you could create little kind of clusters of flowers, like here for instance. That looks really pretty. So let me actually show you. So if I would mix up a color that I like, say into here, like so, and then go straight in with my sponge like that, and I'll show you over here. So imagine this is a little meadow field or something, and then of course I would want to break it up so it's not the same color. So I'm going to go into sub green and water and a touch of yellow into that on one side, so again I have a bit of a color difference. And then look, it sort of is creating a little bit more darkness now, and you could literally like leave it at that. And then I could take yellow and just dab it in. Oh, this is too much. Into still the wet areas like that, and then especially when it sort of dries, then you can create a little bit more. There we go. So like here, when it's dry, you can just create more shapes without them merging together. If that makes sense. So something as simple as that. Look how pretty it looks. If you just wanted to make a little study of a field or a picture you have taken from walking somewhere in the nature outside, that is literally how quick and easy it would be. So I hope you enjoyed that little demo tutorial, and thanks for watching. See you soon.